can we check what's on the agenda today? And I don't mean a political agenda, because no whatsoever. Hold on. Let's see. You could get a Star Wars fan for $10,000. Well, yeah, that one is ridiculous. Let's go. Whoops! That's supposed to be on Marvel Tuesday, not a Wednesday Awakens. And Bill Hader did win an Emmy for outstanding lead actor in a comedy. Yeah, and my clone's going to do Jedi Fallen Order, and George Lucas said that Disney had betrayed him. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna save that one for last. Although, well, I'm gonna save that for Geek City. Alright, we're gonna save that for Geek City. And we are going to go to get but I'm gonna get this started in Geek City, and then I'm going to get my own opinions on this. You know, let's get this episode started. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey guys, and welcome to the episode of The Wednesday Awakens. Well, today's episode is recorded on Wednesday. So, there's things that we do want to talk about. Is, of course, Bob Iger said George Lucas has betrayed Disney. And then we got news on the new trailer. Of course, my clone will be talking about this. And then we got another issue of the Jedi Fallen Order Dark Temple. But, although, I will say, of course, that we are part of the Wednesday Awakens. No? Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I got Geek City in about 5 minutes or so. So, yeah, I'm going to come back to Wednesday Awakens, and I'm going to do this. I'm Coyote Blizzard, and I've fallen to breaking news regarding to Laura Dern, who is, of course, in Star Wars The Last Jedi as Holo. And she just announced that she will be back. As Jurassic World has announced that that Laura Dern will be back as Ellie Sattler, who was an ex-girlfriend, but still a loyal friend to Alan Grant. And speaking of Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum, who played, of course, in Thor Ragnarok as the villain, will also make a return. And Sam Neill, who also made a cameo appearance as Odin on Ragnarok, also will be making a return. And I think this is a geek Valhalla, but we just want to welcome back the big three. Alan Grant, Sam Neill, Ellie Sattler, Laura Dern, and Ian Malcolm, who did make a cameo appearance in Fallen Kingdom, will make a return to Jurassic World 3, teaming with Star-Lord himself, Chris Pratt, and the Mandalorian director, Bryce Dallas Howard, who is also the daughter of Ron Howard. That's your breaking news. Now we are back to your regularly scheduling podcasting. Although, we do have, of course, I do want to confess on something. It's about George Lucas, who, of course, well, this is not much of a shock or anything, but if you guys do want to know what my thoughts really are on the Wednesday Awakens, I met with George Lucas. Felt betrayed about Disney with handling Star Wars. The Geek City should be up. Go check it out. Because I'm recording this on Wednesday, but I'm not going to be publishing it till Friday because of the Triple Force Friday, where they have new merchandise. Where they have a merchandise of Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and Jedi Fallen Order. But I'm going to make this short and sweet. I think it was George. Well, like I say, I'm going to say this is all three of the faults there. First, it's with, of course, Disney of how they handle with Star Wars. But like I say, I'm not like creating a upset or anything. But Disney, but they don't have an original concept or anything. With George Lucas, of course, came up with the ideas, gave it to them, but then they scrapped it. And it was George Lucas's fault that he sold his property to Disney, and also give Kathleen Kennedy the seat, as he is to blame for that. But although, and yeah, should have been Dave Filoni. And if Dave Filoni would have been on board, then we, of course, make Star Wars 1313, which would have been the first M-rated Star Wars game. And then, I really hope someday that the Disney will have to give Star Wars back to George Lucas, that George Lucas can place it in the hands of someone else. Maybe Universal with Steven Spielberg. Or DreamWorks, or anything like that. But most importantly, this is all of our faults. I mean, if you hated the prequels, you don't have to make a rant about it, The prequels are, I know you guys are now defending it after what Disney did, to be honest, but you all have the right to point fingers at, of course, at Disney. I don't blame you guys, you know. I mean, but I'm not like you guys, you know. I'm just pointing out the reason of why George felt betrayed of Disney because of his decision, but most importantly, because of Kathleen Kennedy handling. But I want you guys to take a look at yourselves in the mirror, however. So, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We are the reason why George Lucas sold his rights to Star Wars to Disney. We're the reason, because we criticize on his prequels. And, you know, and yes, and I just want to say, yeah, this is my fault. You know, I mean, even though episode 3, I will always defend episode 3, you know. I mean, sure, the first one was okay, second one, and not so much, before it became my guilty pleasure, and then episode 3 came, and yes, I really loved Revenge of the Sith, you know, because, you know, I'm really glad I got to see Revenge of the Sith, you know. But if anyone had a problem with prequels, that's fine. But you need to stop because that's why we're the reason the prequel people don't like the prequels. We're the reason why George Lucas gave his rights to Disney, and this is why we're also the reason why Kathleen Kennedy. Why he decided to pick Kathleen Kennedy. Well, he's the reason why he picked Kathleen Kennedy instead of Dave Filoni. And yes, she's the reason why the rest are decanonized except for the films he did and the Clone Wars. Because they get the canon treatment. But, you know, with Dave Filoni, and I'm glad they did give Dave Filoni the canon treatment. But most importantly, but like I say, this is Disney's fault of course, for not adding content, originality for the sequel trilogy, but I'm going to get to that in a bit. But most importantly, this is our fault. This is our fault. Because we're the reason why George Lucas sold his property to Disney. Because we criticize the prequels. And of course, this is why I'm not trying to go political. But this is why we are we're the Donald Trump to George Lucas's Democrats. Sorry, to the prequels Democrats. You know? And yeah, like I said once, I'll say it again. I apologize for being political, but we're the Donald Trump to the prequels Democrats. And, you know, and we are the reason why George Lucas has sold his Star Wars rights to Disney, and Disney's the reason why George Lucas was felt betrayed. So, George Lucas, if you're watching, I do want to apologize. So I just want to say I'm really sorry for, you know, as I am really sorry for you to sell your rights to Disney, you know. That's not what we were trying to do. I mean, we wanted to point out the flaws of the prequels. But although we do enjoy in-betweens, like video games and comics, and even the Clone Wars miniseries by Genndy Tartakovsky of Cartoon Network. And yeah, we know, and I know no one say they. Yeah, and we know it's. But everybody shouldn't criticize you for selling your rights to Disney. Everyone would criticize you for picking Kathleen Kennedy as president. But everybody's criticizing Disney of how they handle Star Wars. I don't blame them for that, but I don't want to be part of their, of their blame game. I know Disney shiller suck up. Just Disney is part of my childhood, But like I say, but most importantly, this is our fault, George Lucas. This is our fault for making you of course, make you sell your rights of your product to Disney. And we hated on the prequels. Well, I like Revenge of the Sith, And I'm going to I always defend Revenge of the Sith. This is my favorite prequel film. Because to be honest, I really love Revenge of the Sith, Because I was interested of how did Anakin became Darth Vader, and how Jedi really all but extinct. And of course, I do want to talk about the Dark Times and the Empire, and how Palpatine became the Emperor. That's my interest in it, and I really love those, To be honest, George, but we are to blame for making you sell your rights to Disney. So, Star Wars fans, this is my honest opinion. So, yeah, like I say, this is Disney's fault for, of course, not to handle Star Wars very well. This is George Lucas's fault for picking Kathleen Kennedy as president. But most importantly, this is our fault, including yours, for making George Lucas sell his property to Disney. You're welcome. So yeah, I do want to say, of course, I did became honest about it. So yeah, I was really honest about it. But if you do want to check it out on Geek City, go to Geek City and you get our thoughts on it. But yes, I was really honest about it, by the way, about George Lucas being felt betrayed by Disney, and I don't blame him for that, But I do want to move on. So you could get a Star Wars fan for the price of $10 grand. $10 grand. Oh wait. Whoops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I actually meant you could get it for, of course, the price of $10,000. Oh, no. Wait, let me try it again. Oh, yeah, you could get it for $10,000. Well, I'm doing a Dr. Evil thing, but it's a podcast. No one can see me do that. Except if it is like $100 billion. But thankfully, it is just $10,000. So you're welcome. You can try to find it on eBay. You could try to find it on eBay Autos. But maybe you can get it just for $10,000. You're welcome. You can get it for $10,000. You are very welcome. And yes, silliness aside, let's get serious again. Yeah, and when I say silliness aside, let's get serious again, I really meant let's get serious again. As we have a boy dying of a terminal illness, and just want to meet Luke Skywalker, but then the doctor told him that Luke was not going to be, it's fictional, like he's not real. The kid was crushed. That's heartless. What the doctors told him, yeah, that was really heartless. But then Mark Hamill has agreed to visit the kid, and where he's dressed as Luke Skywalker, And that's what I'm, of course, saying. No, that is really, really heartless. That was really heartless of the doctor telling the kid that someone is not real, and that's an actor. Well, I know you had a reason, but you should never, ever tell that at the boy at that young age, But then he showed up as Luke Skywalker, and he took all his questions. But although that was the sweetest moment of what Mark Hamill has really, really done, to be honest, but like I say, the doctor should never, ever say that the person and the character is not real at the child of that certain age. If he would be in his teenage years, and if he hadn't been ill, then that would be a perfect timing to tell him. However, do not, and I mean do not, ever in that circumstances say that this person is not real to a sick child ever again, Never say that to them, because they are, dying, because that's no joke, Yes, you should never ever say that to a child. Dying of illness or not, you should never ever say that to a child. But to step aside, so yeah, that was the greatest moment that Mark Hamill has ever done. And that, taking his questions, and that was really, So to that little boy, I hope you had a good life, man, because I do not. Yeah, sorry everyone, sorry. It's just and then a little boy is dying of a illness. I don't usually get upset over it, But little one, I'm really glad you got to meet Mark Hamill. It's just before your time's gonna come. That's what I say. Thank you, and may the force be with you always. Hi guys, Mr. 46 Pokemon Amateur here, and what am I doing here, you ask? What am I going to do about it, you ask? Well, I tell you that tomorrow, well, even though he did make a mistake, that tomorrow it's going to be the Wednesday Awakens double feature. Well, tomorrow it was Triple Force Friday. Which means he's going to talk about the products, the merch for, of course, for Rise of Skywalker, and The Mandalorian. But me, since I love video games, I'll be talking about, of course, is Jedi Fallen Order. Well, you know, this is going to be a make or break for EA. Just like Rise of Skywalker is going to be a make or break for the fandom. But The Mandalorian, however, I'm not going to get into that because that's my creator's job. But me, I'm just going to go ahead and say it that the Jedi Fallen Order new trailer will be during the live stream of Triple Force Friday global reveal tomorrow. And yes, I will be doing a recording about that, and I will talk about it. And I will break down the trailer. If I do get a chance to rewatch it, but I gotta do the merch, and then I gotta do with, of course, Triple Force. Alright guys, that's gonna do about it. Well, we see the second sister igniting her lightsaber, and then we got, of course, the Mandalorian. Well, and not the Mandalorian. And we got Cal Kestis and Seer Junda. You know, confronting her, and then she used the blaster. And that's pretty much it. It was not a trailer. It's just a sneak peek, and then it's gonna be revealed tomorrow. Alright guys, that's gonna do about it for me. I will see you guys next time. Until then, game over. Yeah, sorry if I have to be so emotional about, you know, first had to be brutally honest about Bob Iger says that George Lucas felt betrayed by Disney, and then of course he felt bad about it. And then I could put a smile on my face for this, and then I got really, really sad about that. About Mark Hamill visiting a dying boy. Because, you know, because that really brought a tear to my eye. And I'm not even joking. It really did brought a tear to my eye. But we're back to the bright side. And we know Fleabag have won for Best Leading Actress, Best Writing in a Comedy, and Outstanding Comedy Series, which it did deserve. I say did, not didn't, unlike Game of Thrones Season 8. But although it does deserve, Fleabag really did deserve. Uh-huh. And although we are getting ready for Bill Hader, who voices BB-8, because he won an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy for his series Barry. And that's one thing I just wanted to know what's gonna happen. But I am looking forward to seeing. But I'm glad Bill Hader wins an Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series. He deserves it, you know? And that's what I'm glad to hear. But we're not going to end the episode just yet. I got one more to do. It's time for another read-along with Megabits 47. Hey guys, and now we are, of course, for the final topic of the day. Before we're going to go rest, we're going to read Jedi Fallen Order, Dark Temple, with the miniseries, Chapter 2 of 5, Trapped on Totho, which Matthew Rosenberg is the writer. Paulo Fanelli is the artist, and the colorist is Arif Prianto, and the rest, And yeah, yes, I know. Here we are in Planet Ontho with the second sister and the Purge Troopers. And one of the Purge Troopers is asked, Inquisitor. And the second sister's like, secure the area. As the unknown figure is here, and she said, this one is mine. And she's fighting that unknown warrior. And who is that? Who is that person? As a lightsaber clashed. But you've been hiding too long, old Jedi. Oof! And that's an old lady. You've grown soft and slow. I expect more from my prey, old woman. Too slow. As she get her lightsaber, but although the Inquisitor had made the kill, as she's replied with, too soft. Force, give me strength. The Force has abandoned you. Maybe, but lucky for me, I always have a backup plan. What? And she used the blaster to the Inquisitor's arm, the second sister, into her arm. And he's like, yeah! A blaster? You're no Jedi. Where did you get that blaster, woman? Oh, sorry. Where did you get that lightsaber, woman? Then rip off her arm. You know, as she ripped off the old Jedi's arm. Speak and your pain will be brief. Yeah, the temple. It was in the temple. Where is the temple? And the Purge Trooper informed the second sister. The area secured. The insurgent cell was smaller than we expected. Any other survivors? No, Inquisitor, they were. You'll never find an Imperial scum! Good! And the second sister have officially killed the old woman. I apologize, Inquisitor. There will be more of these insurgents out there. Bring them to me. I will find this temple. And here we go, years earlier at the Altho Temple. As we can see, Seer Junda. And that voice says, oh, you're finally awake. And it was a droid. I wasn't so sure you were alive. They told me to stand watch until you woke up. And she's being held prisoner. Even though I am I reminded them that you might die in your sleep from your injuries, but you didn't. No, stop, please, stop doing that. Hello? She's not dead, and she's not happy. And the droid run for his life while Seer had grabbed in her lightsaber. She's gonna make her escape. Jedi, stand down. We do not want trouble. Then perhaps you shouldn't have attacked me and taken me prisoner. Or come here with blasters. As she just cuts through the blaster. Wow. And speaking of, a little tip, next time you capture a Jedi, don't leave their lightsaber anywhere. They can see it. Now, if you'll lower your weapon, I'll lower this table. Then we can have a peaceful discussion. They mean it. You know me, we did not want to cause any trouble. Please lower the laser sword. We are not your enemy, Master. What? You attacked my caravan and took me prisoner. No. That's your response? We did not attack your caravan. Quite the opposite, in fact. It is true one of my men was overhastious to struck you in your head. I'm afraid, and for that, I apologize. He was scared but made a mistake. Yet you still take me prisoner after that? Did you try the door before you burn your way out of the cell? Oh. Yeah. Well, silly moment right there. We put you in there in case those who attacked you came back to finish what they started. It is the most secure building we have. I had N3 to stand watch to communicate as much when you woke. Clearly, he did not. He's not the best droid. Perhaps we can start again. I don't even know your name, Master. My name is Ser Junda, and I'm not a Jedi Master. I'm still a Padawan. It's an honor to meet you, Ser Junda. My name is Nirali. Welcome to Flyar. Flyar? Huh. That's where Cal Kestis had his meditation from the Jedi Fallen Order reveal trailer. The reveal trailer at the at Star Wars Celebration, where he meditated and had a campfire. So, this is it. We're expecting something different. I don't know. Look around, Padawan Junda. We are peaceful people. Things aren't always as we seem. True, but I promise no one wishes you harm here. I believe Moro would have liked to harm her after she destroyed his blasters, and I don't think anyone else wishes it yet. Thank you, N3lo. Very helpful. Hold on. The Flyar keep to ourselves. When your Republic came along and asked us to join, there was nothing they could offer. Now this Da and the Ontho and the Autothon government wish? Am I boring you, Jedi? Excuse me. Are you alright?
He's sick. tell him he will be okay.
He can understand you?
I think so. He stopped crying. I just wanted to help.
That's very kind of you. Wow. Well, she had an encounter with a little boy. No. What is that creature?
A musk thief. They live all around.
And can you normally communicate with them?
No, but many Flyari children, they have connection to the land. The creatures, it's always been this way.
It is maybe what your kind would call the Force. Some can hear Flyari speak to them.
The Force is strong here, yes. Overwhelmingly so. I have trying to reach out and find my master with it, but I cannot make sense of it. Your master was with you with the attack?
Yes. Why?
There are still some loyal to Flyar who lived on Titho. After they listened, after they attacked, there was no easy way to tell you this. Everyone died, your master included. That wasn't difficult. I'm sorry, sir. We tried to stop the assault, but we're too late and too few. I don't understand. If it wasn't the Flyaris who attacked us, who was it? There are many forces that at work that would seek to blame us for an aggression like that. Why? Hours later, deep in the Flyer forest. Let me show you. It's beautiful. The Flyer building. As a matter of fact, they did, but I'm not narrating a story, am I? But I'm narrating a story. I cannot make that comic character. I'm not in a comic. We do not know who built it or why, but the Flyari have protected it as far back as histories tell us. And now, the Lanto Da want access to what is yours. It isn't ours. It is simply part of our land and history. And therefore, we will continue to protect it and nothing more. The Da Corporation doesn't wish to damage the temple. Just explore it. That's why I always say our agreement with the Ontho government is unsteady. But for now, they respect our beliefs that sometimes history should be left buried. If he were still alive, Master Cordova would disagree with you. So you think that Da attacked his own people and framed you to make Onthoians and to agreement? Some of the attackers were killed by our people. One of them wore a mark of Da on his clothes. I have contact with the Jedi Council and the Republic at once. As I say, Flyar is a suffragan state. We do not communicate with the galaxy. We have no means to contact your Republic or the Jedi Council. Then, I'll go to Ontotho City. Da's men fill with this city. And in that case, you have forgotten they already tried to kill you once. I don't plan on dealing with him or his men. I just want to contact the Jedi Council.
but they will want to deal with you. How do you plan to get past them? Carefully. And we see Antotho City the next day. And we see the police, the Antotho Patrol, the DAW security forces. There are numerous DAW security forces here. This seems like a terrible plan. For the last time, you don't have to come with me. You're only gonna get in my way and 3 low. While I agree with you on the second point, I was told to keep an eye on you, so here I must be it. Fine, but we have to be sticky. I don't have the ability to do that. There. That is Antotho's Parliament building. The people you wish to attack will be inside. I don't want to attack them. We need the Anthothon government to understand that the DA Corporation is dangerous and to help me contact the Jedi Council. Oh, that's much less interesting. And that they go into the temple. Stay here, or you'll get us both caught. Mistress Morale told me to keep an eye on you, so do it from here. And we see the Ontothons, the DAW Corporation security forces, being distracted while Seer is trying to sneak in. Oh yeah. And she's using a force push on there, and distracting a fallen statue landed on the stairs. And everybody's fleeing, and the security are on the run, and Seer is being stealthy. And she has found the way. Then, the lost equipment, while regrettable, was inconsequential. It is the loss of the life that occurred that will haunt me. But I don't want those losses to be in vain. That is why I am here today, asking for your help. I have the security forces needed. I have a crew. Give me permission to go back to Flyer and finish those brave men and women started. Help me honor their sacrifice by finishing this exploitation. Say no more. The DAG Corporation has full support of the Unified Antotho, Chairman. Thank you, Peacemaker. Excuse me, if I could have a moment with you. This is Padawan Jundo, the Jedi who went missing. What is the meaning of this? I assume you know the caravan I was traveling with was attacked. My master, Eno Kadorba, is missing, presumed dead. We were just discussing this, Jedi. The Flyari will not get away with. I don't believe the attack came from the Flyari. It came from somewhere much closer to you. I need to contact the Jedi Council. A full investigation is required. This is a shocking accusation. Summon the Chief of Security. Peacemaker, if I may, perhaps the Padawan has a theory as who did attack my men and Flyar of themselves. As a matter of fact, Delanto da, I do. This was taken off the body of one of the attackers. Can you explain why they might be wearing your uniforms, Chairman Da? You believe my own men attacked themselves? Why would they do that? To gain sympathy from the Ontothon Parliament and cast the Flyari as hostile and unreasonable. That's absurd. A Republic court can decide that. Security, take this man into custody. Although they did turn the tables on her. Delanto Da has no need to trick us, this silly girl. He is a great friend to the Ontothian people. And we to him, please take Padawan Judah into detention. She's unwell. And they took her away. I need the support of the Republic. You are making this very difficult. And she turned on her lightsabers, replying with, I don't think so. And she's taking down the security forces. Stop her! Don't let her escape! And she escaped. That should hold them for a bit. Oh, great. I was coming to find you. Since you went inside, I was no longer able to keep an eye on you. Is everything alright, Sir Junda? Just act casual. I only have one way of acting. Stop them! Huh, so that's where the second sister... I thought that would hold them longer. Is it because I was not casual enough? Yes. And Drilo, get out of here! My orders, and he interrupted her. And she interrupted him. I don't think Nernali meant you were supposed to watch me get killed. No, I am making sure everything goes smoothly. And she got shot. Oh, no, wait, that's the security down. Well, it didn't, so you already fell. Go tell Nerali the Othons are with Da. Tell her they're coming. What about you? I'll buy us some time. Go! And we see her give us lightsaber until she was shot in the leg. Okay. Don't want to hurt any of you. Put your blaster down, and we could all walk away like nothing happened. A few days later, Flyer, are you sure as this is wise? What happened to the Jedi? It's not our fight. It will be soon. Muru? Would you rather get ready for a war that doesn't come to sleep? All of this based on what happened to the outsider, the difficult, and the word of the manufacturing droid? Does he mean me? I resent that. You'd rather wait until all our homes? We will protect Fly Art and has nothing changed. This is a suicide mission. This mining company has an army of droids. The Ontothons the Ontothons has endlessly credit. We will go to war now. They will crush us. They will crush us if we don't. They won't risk the Republic interfering. Any investigation into what started this will implicate them. No, they will move quickly and use the dead Jedi as justification when it's all over. We must be ready. Everyone is ready. They're early, but if they aren't an army, they're just scared people. Do you think they have a chance against what is coming? Yes. Sir! I thought for a second you were dead. I know you don't care for outsiders here, but I think you're going to need my help if you want to win this fight. And to be continued, and we get to episode 3. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it for, of course, another episode of Jedi Fallen Order read-along. But we're going to end this episode. Alright, guys, that's going to do about it for the Wednesday Awakens. And you know what? I meant just for this episode, because actually, I got something to do first. And tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to be recording this because this is a double episode. Right now, it is the recap of Triple Force Friday. We have, of course, breaking news regarding to Kevin Feige, who is an employee of Disney, but also who is in charge of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for Marvel Studios, is planning to develop a Star Wars movie for Disney. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, Alan Horn, and Alan Bergman have discussed Feige joining Lucasfilm. Well, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, but like I say I'm not like a political kind of guy. But although I am willing to give it a shot, because, like I say, we got breaking news, and we keep this professionally. Because, you know, as we never ever want to criticize for those, because the fans don't like, but you know, we would never ever want to be, you know, because everyone has the right to voice their opinions. But although it could be similar, but, you know, and how you all feel about Phase 4. And that's understandable. I'm not angry with all of you for doing that. For, you know, voicing your opinion on that. Because we are fine with different opinions. And we have to respect them. Because we don't want to, you know, create controversy or anything. But you all have a right to, you know, to be in a disagreement with us at Megaverse 46 Studios. I'm Coyote Blizzard, and we're gonna get back to the double feature announcement. You already heard about the episode, but today on the Wednesday Awakens is, of course, is a double episode. Hey guys, I'm Mr. 46 Pokemon Amateur, and I will be the first one for Triple Force Friday, and we're gonna break down the Jedi Fallen Order. The Jedi Fallen Order trailer. The new trailer. Okay, we have Anthony Carboni of the Star Wars show with Cameron Monaghan. Who's gonna play Cal Kestis? Yeah, we see a Cal Kestis shirt promoting the Jedi Fallen Order, and then we see the Cal and BB-8 Hasbro Black figure. Hasbro Black Series figure. And then we got Cal and BB-8 and Funko Pop and an action figure. But that's not all. If you plan to get the one for Christmas, the Xbox One X, it's going to include the Jedi Fallen Order. The Jedi Fallen Order game, and of course, to be impressed, the Imperial Purge Trooper controller. But that's not all that they gave us. They also gave us the Jedi Fallen Order. And the reveal of ESRB is rated T for teen. Sorry. It's just another T-rated game, I sigh. I was anticipating this game to be AM, but oh well, maybe next time. But although it does contain mild language and violence. As we see, Cal Kestis blew out of the blaster fire. For the blaster fire, he has been flying in no time. Oh wait, that was the line from the solo deleted scene. However, and I'm going to skip the bad jokes and get to this. It's as the second sister is arriving, Seer just told Cal to come on, and then of course use the blaster. Second sister deflects it, and she was this close to kill Seer. But to the door, it got to the door as it successfully shut. Cal is like, "Who are you people?" And he wanted an explanation as they fly over the planet, and of course we hear Sirius to say, when they land and have a conversation, "I know you don't trust me, but we have a common enemy and a common cause." And Cal opens the temple door, and we see, of course, he at BD1 explored the temple. And yes, there was this scene, of course, with BD1 playing the hologram of Master Cordova from the Dark Temple comic, which my creator is also the writer of. Read along of. And the second sister has arrived. As we just hear Seer say, these sentients and Cal are more precious to the Empire. We're done hiding, Cal. And then we see Cal Kestis fight the Purge Trooper. "Are you with us?" And Cal says, "We're in." We met he and BB-8. The plans we see where they say they want to go next is, of course, we see Kashyyyk. Ontotho, and the other 2 planets that I would like to know about. And Cal ignites his lightsaber, and he's also got to fight a bat-like creature. I'm not kidding, that is a bat. It ain't no Batman, it ain't no Man-Bat, it is like a bat species. And then we see the second sister arose from the ceiling. And then she talked like this, which I thought it sounded like this. Sound like this. But she's like, you can't save him. As his co-workers are about to be executed by Perchivers, Cal yells, no! And then we see, of course, arriving, while second sister said, not from the Empire. We see the 9th sister. Yes, that's the 9th sister. From, of course, you know. Also from the Darth Vader comic, part of the Inquisitoress. And then he force pushes the Purge and Scout Trooper out of the cliff. And second sister said, not from the dark side. As he is on the run, you know, while there's shots firing everywhere. And she included, not from me. And then we cut to, of course, the final confrontation of Cal and, well, you know, don't want to get into full spoilers, sorry everyone. And we get to see the fight of Cal and the second sister. And we are, of course, and that's pretty much it for Jedi Fallen Order. So, yeah, that's gonna do about it for me, everyone. Enjoy the rest with my creator, Mr. Megabits 46. I will see you guys next time. And until then, from me, Mr. 46 Amateur, till I see you again, it's game over from me.